I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I sold them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the game. I told them this ain't a game.
What is up? It's phinsup with CB83. Hey, back to you for a quick little recap. We're going to do a little recapping of OTAs day 1 and day 2, man. What is up? Shout out to everybody in the chat so far. Be sure, do me the favor, hit the like on your way in. You already know how we turn up on these great sessions where we get after it. I don't see anybody in the chat yet, but we definitely going to get it popping in the chat. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, if you can't see the chat, be sure to let me know, man, because the chat should be available right now. What I'm going to do is I got to go ahead and post this on Twitter real quick. Let people know I'm live. Give me 1 second to go ahead and share this link. Copy. Share. Yeah, man, what's cracking with y'all, man? What's popping? What's going on, man? Give me 1 second. I'm live. Let's get it. Link. All right, bet. So, hey, yeah, so we live. There we go. My dog Raul P in the building. What's good? Hit the like on your way in, Raul. He says, salute, my friend. Salute the homies. Salute the homies. What's good, Raul P? We in this joint. About to get it cracking on a Wednesday night. About to get it cracking, man. I know it's a little late. We still cranking up. Hey, just hit 769 subscribers. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We're going to kind of go through some of the news that's been going on. I've been in the spaces with the guys talking some Miami Dolphins stuff. It got a little chaotic today. Just a lot of hating. But, hey, it's going to be all right, man. We're going to be all right, man. You already know what time it is. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up some stuff. Got to pull up some stuff.
I hope so.
Okay. Hey, I'm seeing a lot of smoke. People. Hey, where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire, man. So don't sleep. I know, A-Chain was a thing this week. I don't know if that was the gas up the move or what. Well, I don't know, man. It's crazy out here in these streets, man. We got 8 in the room. Hit the like on your way in. Hey, the homie Q in the building says just got home, my dog, right on time. Yes, sir. Hey, just decided to crank up for a little bit. We get it cracking, get it popping on this Wednesday night. So the boys went to work on Monday and Tuesday. You know, got into the building, got after it. OTAs, like I said on my last show, it's a lot of learning the offense, getting into the rhythm. A lot of individuals where guys are working through drills. Then you come together, do your team stuff, get after it in the team, run your plays, run your routes, do the 7-on-7 drills against the defense, stuff like that, man. Yeah, so I'm sure it's a lot of learning, a lot of opportunity for those guys to just kind of get into the Florida offense, get into the Florida defense, learn where they're supposed to be in certain times, and just get going, man. I mean, it's a good opportunity for us to come in the building and start building that cohesion as a unit as we make this damn Super Bowl run. And if you gotta have the energy, man, you gotta be ready, man. You gotta be ready. Yes, sir, boy. Hey, We are prime. We are prime. This team is going to be special. This is the best Dolphins roster we've seen in a very, 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 very long time. We thought we had it good last year. Man, we got it better this year. We got it better this year. The defense is going to be better. I think the leadership is better in the defensive side of the ball. Um, Offensive side will be 1 year better, 1 year more experience in the system. Tua will be 1 year more experience in the system. I think it's going to work out for us, man. I think the football guys are finally smiling on the Miami Dolphins. Finally smiling on the Miami Dolphins. And I think I thought last year we would be good too, which we were a good football team. But sometimes it just don't work out in your favor. And that's life, right? I mean, sometimes you take your lumps, you figure it out. Hey, bounce back next year and get it cracking, get it going in next year, man. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. My man Sean in the building. Sean, what's good? He says, yo. He says, what's up, my boy? What's up, my boy? What's cracking? My man Q says, help out the homie and get him to 1K. Hey, that's all we trying to get to, that 1K. We pushing, Q. I appreciate everybody so far. I get a lot of love in the community. A lot of love, man. It's some haters out there, but it's a lot more love than the hate, boy. It's a lot more love than the hate, for sure. For sure. Q says, you can have the right pieces, but if the glue don't stick, it don't mean shit. You're right. And that's what it's about. I think, Mike McDaniels learned his lesson in year one, right? He said, hey, I got to find somebody who's more experienced on that side of the ball, who can kind of carry that side, especially as a head coach who's calling the plays and calling the offense. It could be a bit overwhelming when you got to call the plays. You got to put the game plan in, focus on the offense, and then you got issues on the defensive side too. I know that could be a struggle. I just know it could be a struggle. I coached. I've been in those rooms and had those meetings with players and coaches. It gets difficult to manage when you got to try to juggle everything. So it's good to have experienced guys, experienced coaches, experienced staff that can just kind of run that side, can kind of, be the leaders on that side, right? You run your side, he runs this side, and you guys just kind of come together on game days, meet about it, talk about your game plan, and go from there, man. For real. My man Tony Manzano in the building. Anthony, what's good? He says, yo. My man Q says, yo, Anthony. Hopefully you open the panel tonight. That's what you want to see? You want me to open it up for a little bit? I may open it up for a little bit. I didn't plan on being here long, man. So plan on coming here, talking to you a little bit about what's going on, what we're seeing. And then we'll kind of go from there. I may open it up for a few, for sure. For sure. I like to talk to you guys about the Miami Dolphins. Anthony Manzano with a question. I like questions, guys. I like questions in the chat. Feel free to shoot me a question if you ever want me to answer something. CB, why is the term guru overused in terms of coaching a whole bunch of the NFL without some of these coaches earning that title? I think that's a really good question. And I think we're quick to kind of label guys gurus because there's not many in the NFL, right? But we know guys are you're typically on the offensive side or you're on the defensive side. We typically call the smart guys, right? The smart guys, educated guys, like gurus, because we feel like they're smarter and they can figure it out, right? Now, when it comes to Mike McDaniels, Mike McDaniels is a Princeton grad, right? Princeton is an Ivy League school. It's a very, very hard school to get into. You have to be very smart to go there. Test scores, GPA, one of the best Ivy League schools in the country. So I think when people use the term guru, you typically have to be a smart guy on your side of the ball. And I think Mike McDaniels is very, very smart. In order to go to Princeton, you have to be a very smart kid. Just point blank, period. Like, you gotta be a smart dude. It's an Ivy League school. he had to be one of the brightest minds in the country at the time he was, applying to schools to get into Princeton. So I think, people will use the term like guru in terms of Mike McDaniels. He's kind of a nerdy guy, weird, eclectic. But I mean, that's just the nature of it. And I know, Anthony, you're probably talking in terms of Mike McDaniel. But that's typically why that's the case, man. I think when you look at Mike McDaniel, the way he approaches the game, um, the way he talks about like coaching, the way he talks about watching film and breaking down the game, I think that's why people will use the term gurus, because they're so um, they're so serious about their craft, right? When I say Mike McDaniels is in the lab working, I mean the dude is literally in the lab getting it in. When it comes to film, when it comes to like figuring out a game plan, that's what coaches are doing. I don't think you guys realize it, but coaches spend a lot of time away from their families, working, right? And Mike McDaniels is popping right now on the sports scene, and we'll talk about that later. He's at the Miami Heat games, he's at the Florida Panthers games, he's getting it cracking for real. And I love to see it. I love to see him engage with the Miami community, the 305 down there, Broward, Dade. I like to see that. I like to see him out and about. It's only gonna make our situation better, right? Because he's lively, he's at games, he's showing his face, he can interact, he can communicate with other people, he's rubbing shoulders with everybody down there. So it's only gonna enhance the Miami Dolphins and make us a better organization and seen in a better light. Because I think that's part of the problem with us as a team, as an organization, the past decade or so, is that the Miami Dolphins haven't been seen as like a cool organization because we haven't had a coach who's like been with it. Like Flores did a good job. I thought Flores did a fantastic job coming in, kind of changing the culture, right? But then people started to, I feel like people didn't really see him as an outgoing guy. He was kind of introverted, kind of like Bill Belichick, just didn't talk a lot. It would give you a little bit. But I think the media, the people, national media want a guy who's going to interact, tell you a little bit, give you a little bit of the spill about what's going on in the locker room and how he prepares and stuff like that. So a lot going on there. But I think Mike McDaniels is a fantastic coach for our organization, fantastic figurehead for the Miami community. And I think he's going to do a fantastic job. And I think he's already done a fantastic job. Looking at how he handled the situation last year with concussions and quarterbacks being out and the roller coaster of a season, dude is on point. On point. On point. Big on point. So do me a favor, hit the like for me. Appreciate all you guys in the room so far. I got 12 in the room. Appreciate that. My man, Mr. Miami in the building, the legend killer, the afternoon thunder showers fan. He's a Miami afternoon thunder showers fans. We don't even call them thunder showers, afternoon drizzles. We don't call them hurricanes because we bought them. Oh, them damn nose, baby. Them nose. What's up, Mr. Miami? My man Q in the building. My man Sean in the building. Right man Raul P in the building. Yeah, man. So we definitely gonna get it cracking in here. Shake Money in the building. The Wolf Pack's here. The Wolf Pack is here. He says, "What's good, everyone? What's good, man?" Hey, Wolf Pack orientation is next week. We're gonna do it June 2nd because June 1st we gonna make some moves, right? We're gonna have some people coming to the building, some new guys gonna come into the building. The Wolf Pack will be out and about. They're gonna have orientation on June 2nd. Donuts and coffee will be served. I think Shake will be leading orientation. So be sure to check out the Wolf Pack next week for orientation. My man JR Black is in the building. What's good, JR Black? He said MCD is called a guru by other players, by other coaches. That's why people call him a guru. McDaniel person that other coaches ask to be key speakers in meetings in the offseason. I like it. I like it. And that's what happens, man. Guys get a reputation real quick in the coaching community. Coaching community is really tight knit from high school to college to NFL level. Really, really tight knit community. So, of course, when other coaches are going to you for advice and seeking you out for advice, and they want you to talk at clinics and talk to groups of coaches, then they're going to call you that guru. You're going to get that guru title for sure. You're going to get that, man. My man Dre is in the building. Dre, what's good? He says Wolfpack Killers. Yes, sir. You already know what time it is. Shout out to my dog, the homie, Dre Shaw in the building. Kirkland value, man. What's good with you? Hey, you already know how we get down. Wolfpack Killer Sniper Gang. It's only a few in the Sniper Gang so far. We got my man Dre is in there. We got Ali in there. Who else we got in there? We got somebody else in there. Y'all got to work on your I haven't seen a sniper out in the community lately. Y'all need to get on your ish. I need to see the snipers out killing the wolf pack in these spaces. I need you killing the wolf pack in these panels. Wherever they jump up, you got to jump up and kill them too. That's what I'm talking about. I want to hear. I got into a space today and obliterated the space. Because I didn't want to hear it no more. I didn't want to hear the Wolfpack no more. William Perry, what's good with you, man? What's good with you? That's my guy too. All right, hey, my dog showing up. Look at my cousin here. Plant-based lush. What's good with you? Hey, I'm not even gonna go there. What's good with you, Nene? That's my cousin right there. Look at her little cute photo in the little jump. Nah, y'all can try to holler if you want to. She got a man though. She got a man. Y'all can try to holler. I ain't got nothing to do with me. Zoe ain't about to be mad at me, yo. What's good with you, Nene? Hey, yeah, we had to get it. We had to get at Lewis today, man. Lewis talking that nonsense, man. Lewis talking that nonsense. My man, my girl say she support. Love that. I got you. I got you. My man H in the building. Look at Dre. Dre shooting. I see. That's a Wolfpack. That's a Wolfpack killer right there. He talking about playing bass. Bro, you a dirty dog, boy. Dirty dog. H, what's good? What you says pew pew. What's good? Sniper gang in the building. Sniper gang in the building, man. Let's do this, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let me do this. I'm gonna go ahead and I want to pull up some Dolphins news. I just want to talk a little bit about the OTAs, and I know guys have been talking about this a lot, but I mean, there's a little bit of news out there. The news I want to address. The first thing is that the Miami Dolphins signed Aubrey Miller to a contract, right? So it looks like Aubrey Miller is gonna be around to stay for the long haul. I think, they probably saw him come in the building. They probably saw that, he was doing his thing at rookie minicamp, and it was like, man, let's go ahead and get this dude a contract. Let's try to keep him around because he could be a force in our defense. And I'm sure Vic Fangio had a lot to do with that signing. He probably co-signed that, like, hey, this dude he's like that. He's an NFL-ready player, and they went ahead and signed him to a contract, which is dope. I love to see guys get their opportunities. I think Aubrey Miller will be around for the long haul, even if he ends up on a practice squad or something like that. I think he's still gonna be around, but hey, he may come in and contribute right away. You just never know, man. Never know. My man William Perry says, I'm worried about this Devin A-Chain pick. Why are you worried about it? So I heard that Devin A-Chain, and let's talk about that a little bit. I heard Devin A-Chain had a fantastic day on, I think it was Tuesday, which was yesterday. I heard he had a fantastic day yesterday. I heard he's lightning fast. I heard he was catching some balls, caught a ball and kind of got ghost on him, like caught it on the sideline, hit up, gave him a little and got ghost on him. So I think Devin A-Chain may be, on his way to getting some serious reps. I think that could be the case. So look out for that. Hey, rest in peace, Jim Brown. Rest in peace, Tina Turner. I did see that. The Jim Brown thing, he was an older guy, but just Jim Brown's impact on the game of football was tremendous. Bro was an actor and he was a tremendous football player. Just a tremendous athlete, tremendous person, man. We gotta give some love to Jim Brown. Shout out to Jim Brown. Shout out to Tina Turner, who was a fantastic artist, a pioneer in the music industry when it came to that R&B soul. Shout out to Tina Turner too, man. Duke Tomlinson, what's good with you, man? He got a question mark. He said, "Rip Tina." Yeah, rip Tina, man. Rip Tina. Yeah, William, a lot of noise around Aubrey Miller. I think Aubrey Miller could be a contributor. Our linebacker room is light, right? When you look at the middle linebackers, them inside guys, there's just not a lot of guys in that room. There may be 4 or 5 guys in that room. So we got to find some depth there. Aubrey Miller adds that. I think that's why they add him to, that room, because we just need guys there. We need depth there. We need the competition there. We really do. We need the competition there. Tina Turner did pass. So rip, rest in heaven, Tina Turner, rest in heaven, Jim Brown. Shout out to them. Shout out to their families. Pray for their families and friends, their communities. So yeah, man, Aubrey Miller, that's one thing. We talked about Devin A-Chain having a good day yesterday. Man, let's talk about my man Waddle a little bit. So Waddle is bulking up a little bit. Y'all see my guy? Yo, boy, put a few pounds on, bro. He been in the weight room like CB, bro. You already know what time it is, man. Von Joe ain't got shit on this, bro. Click clack. You already know what time it is. So yeah, man, Waddle's bulked up a little bit. Austin Jackson looks a lot better too. Austin Jackson looks lean. Tua looks like he's bulked up a little bit. People were clowning Tua's helmet. They say he looked like a bobblehead out there on the field. Golly, boy, they killing him. But yeah, I think that's what Tua needed too. He needed the neck strength. He needed to bulk up a little bit. And just prepare his body for NFL football for the duration of the season. Because it's brutal. It's a grind. It's 16, 17 games. Then you got to go into the playoffs and play another 4 or 5 games. It could be rough. So you got to prepare yourself for that. You got to prepare your body for that. I think Tua's done a fantastic job this all season, kind of preparing himself, locking in. And that's what Mike McDaniel said. He said, hey, I think Tua is the ultimate professional. He's just gone about it the right way. Not clearing all the stuff out your head. It's just getting to work, man. That's all you could do. You can get to work, right? Don't tell me about the labor pains. Show me the damn baby, right? I don't want to hear about no labor pains. Just show me the baby. That's what we say. Shout out to the homie Triple S in the building. Triple S, what's good with you, man? My homie from Canada. What's up? What's popping? We got to get you down to a game. I got some Kobe's for you, dog. Holla at me, man. Trey said they told me Tua is fat now. Yeah, that's what they said, man. Boy, y'all got to try a little bit harder than that one. Try a little bit harder. My man CT in the building. What's good, CT? I ain't seen you around in a while, bro. What's popping? Hit the like for your boy CT. I know you forgot what a like button at. Hit the like for your boy. What's good, CT? What's good with you? Uncle Fred. Yeah, man, Fred. Hey, I can't even call him Sanford and Son Fred. He ain't Sanford and Son Fred. Fred on another wave right now. Fred on some drugs, bro. He gotta be, because he be talking crazy, bro. I don't know what Fred be on. CT say I got my own channel. Bro, do you really? Send me the link, bro, because I gotta check that out. Send me the link. He said I already hit the like. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. You still trying to get rid of them Kobe's, huh? Don't say nothing. Oh, for real. I tried to get Zoe something. You acting funny. Acting funny. It's okay. It's okay. Dre, chill. Dre said plant-based don't run from my love, sugar. Boy, you funny. Dre spit game shooting a shot. That's what hey, Dre. You ain't scared. I like that. It's a lot of you dudes in here be scared to holler at these chicks. Boy, I'd be scared. Boy, you a fool. My man Martina Davies in the building. Fins up, sending some love from the UK. What's good? UK, where you at, man? What part of UK you in? What part of UK you in, man? Hey, I gotta get out there to the UK. I'm gonna do that soon. I'm gonna do Germany. I gotta get overseas. I'm getting across the water, man. You already know what time it is. I'm coming out to the UK to turn up on y'all boys, man. Hey, shout out to the UK, man. We coming out there to turn up. We gonna do it up out there, man. You already know what time it is. Hey, my dog got a channel. Hey, see y'all, check out your boy CT, man. Check out your boy CT. CT, you really got a channel? I'm coming over there to check it out. I'm coming over there to subscribe. You already know what time it is. Hope you showing your face too. I want to see you, bro. No homo. I want to see you. Plant Base said, Shaw, I'm running, man. Oh, she running from me, dog. She running. He said, I'm in the Midlands. What's the Midlands, bro? You got me Googling. UK. UK. He said the Midlands. The Midlands are part of England that broadly correspond to the kingdom of Mercia of the early Middle Ages, bordered by Wales and northern England. Okay. What cities make up the... So you got Birmingham, Coventry, Derby, Dudley. Man, Nottingham. Okay. So you live that's literally in the middle out there. Okay. I see what that's called. The Midlands. All right. You kind of on the coast. Out there. My man says he's in England. Okay. England. CT said, yeah, bro, we got over 1K. Okay, I see you. Hey, send some of them subscribers over here so I can get the 1K too, boy. He said, hey, came on camera a few times. Okay, I like that. Okay. My man, Mr. Miami, said he's sipping on that Budweiser and hen, dog. Boy, you ain't playing tonight. You on the Bud and the hen. CT said I have to come be a guest. I'm gonna come check you out, bro. Gee, what is you talking about? He said them Kissimmee boys said CB83 got a green light on them. Hey, them Kissimmee boys ain't got shit on them Orlando boys, boy. Hey, a Kissimmee green light, G, is like a Orlando yellow light. It's mid. It's mid. We ain't scared of that, bro. But if I put that Orlando green light on you, it's gonna be a problem. So let's get back to talking Dolphins a little bit. So we talked about Devon Achane having a good day. We talked about the Aubrey Miller signing. I think Tua's looking good. I think the defense is looking good. I saw some highlights of Ramsey out there doing his thing in the secondary. Tyreek isn't practicing right now. I don't know what's up with Tyreek. He's got something going on. I think he's out there. I want to say he's out there, but he's not practicing. You know, he might be taking some some vet time, right? Some vet time. So Tyreek kind of knows the offense. He knows everything. I mean, he needs to get his timing with Tua, but I mean, it'll work out. Man, I'm seeing a lot of smoke on Twitter, man. What is it? And I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link because I'm not going long tonight. But there is a lot of smoke on Twitter, man. A lot of smoke on Twitter about this Dalvin Cook, right? And I say it's smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. That's my motto. But this man, Nick Hicks, is on there firing people up about this Dalvin Cook signing, bro. I'm literally looking at his tweets like, that's how you feeling, bro? You feeling like he here next week? Because every time I see a tweet, he under there responding, talking about, yeah, watch out next week. Watch out Miami next week, June 1st. He trains Dalvin. So if anybody gonna know anything about what's going on, it's gonna be him. He trains Dalvin and he trains Tua. That's a match made in heaven. That's a marriage right there. That's the marriage. That's the football marriage, right? So Nick Hicks is out there really firing people up. He's saying that Dalvin pretty much is gonna be a Dolphin next week, and if that happens, just know it's gonna be a problem. And just know I gotta spend $300 on jerseys because I gotta get a Ramsey, I gotta get a Dalvin, bro. Come on, bro. I gotta have my Seminoles, bro. I gotta get another tour. I gotta get a Tyreek for my son. I gotta get a Tyreek for myself. Bro, you know how I go, man. Dolphins stay taking my money, man. My man Martinez says, I'm 10 miles north of Birmingham in a little village called Aldridge, England. Okay. All right. Y'all be turning up out there or y'all chilling? Y'all chilling? What's the weather like over there right now? My man Duke Tomlinson says A-Chain or RB1. We'll see. We'll see what A-Chain does, man. We'll see if he could get into that, crack that lineup and get into that first lineup. My man across the pond says, nice. Let's hear some good camp info. You were there or nah, I wasn't there. Nah, nobody's down there. Nobody from outside. It's all the beat writers. What's good across the pond? What's good with you, man? Mr. Miami says Dalvin Cook is coming to Miami. I think so too. I think he's coming to Miami. Martinez says, hopefully McDaniel can develop a screen game this season with A-Chain. O-line needs to improve to make the screens work. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And I think the screen game will add another element to our offense. Now, getting guys in like rookies in to get into the screen game in NFL, I think it takes time for running backs to develop that screen game, the patience, the catching, the turning and running. I think it takes time for that. That's why I like Dalvin, guys. I like Dalvin because I know Dalvin can come in and do everything right now, right? I know it's money, right? But we need it. Like, I feel like we need the experience in the backfield. I like Jeff Wilson. I like Mostert. I like A-Chain. Gaskins and Ahmed, they're just being pushed further and down the depth chart. They just probably won't be around, to be completely honest with you. I just think they won't be around. We'll see, though, man. I think the better you make that room, the better you are as a team, period. Point blank, period. I mean, we get late into the season and we have a guy go down. That adds more depth to the room. So that's what I want to see. My man, Aquavision in the chat. What's good, Aqua? He says, hello, chat. I appreciate you, man. I'm going to actually I got a couple guys in the back. I'm going to bring them on. We are not going to be long. I'm going to probably go for another 30 minutes or so and then shut it down. Let me get them in here real quick. Here we go. My man CT in the jump. CT, what's good with you?
What's going on, brother?
What's good, man?
I'm chilling, man.
Where you been at, bro? You been ducked off in the cut. You been working on your channel, huh?
Oh, bro, I've been working on it for months, but it just starting. We started doing live shows, so
okay.
We've been doing shorts and other stuff, and so again, building the subscriber base, and getting to the watch hours, get your money. Not that you get shit from it, but
Yeah.
You're
That's
gonna sit
dope.
out here and talk football. You might as well start your own channel and go on other people. It's
You
I've
might,
done Heat games. I've done all kinds of shit with Big Philly too, and you
yeah,
know, just doing UFC shit, whatever.
yeah. I think
Once
I,
football season, it kind of dies down here. We get to enjoy OTAs and training camp later on, but it's kind of the lull. You got basketball, you got some playoff hockey to watch. You got to
that,
find other ways to entertain yourself. We don't, I know that some people love talking at nauseum about the same, the same information over and over. And in the off season, no, I'm good.
it's hard to do. It really is hard to do, man.
Yep.
I had somebody else in the back and he left, but hopefully he can come back through. I'm gonna drop the link again. Like I said, I appreciate you guys coming through. Hit the like. And I saw some good interviews out there. I think Daniel Foussier was on Reasons channel at Inside the NFL. Y'all go check that out. I think there's a lot of good stuff out there. I just feel like in OTAs, there's just not a lot to talk about. Like you're gonna see them run, throwing the football, running plays, doing individual drills, but there's just not a lot of meat on the bone there. Like there's not much to talk about, and I don't put a lot of stock into it because it's simply like running around in shorts and shirts, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly. And when you get to the point where, again, how many times have we been hyped up about how great our young
exactly,
guys look in OTAs, and then come training camp and the pads come on and they disappear? And then
yeah,
you get your hopes up because everybody spent every single day over analyzing every little thing in OTAs,
exactly. Hmm.
built your freaking, built you up, got you all excited, and then training camp happens and they disappear.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I mean, we hear so much about the young guys and how they're showing flashes. It's all cool, right? It's cool right now. It looks great. It sounds great. But come preseason, that's when we want to see guys get out there and make some plays. Like
Yeah,
because
especially. Go ahead.
it's actual football. It's
Yeah,
like
it comes down to, not even with the pads necessarily, but the idea of, okay, everybody flashes in the
at,
off season.
at
You
some
know what
point.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody flashes in the off season. I don't give a shit about that. I give a shit about in the preseason when you're playing an opponent, you're game planning, you're doing other stuff. Can you handle your business? I
Yeah.
don't care
It's a
about all
different
the backyard football bullshit because in the
let's
NFL
just
you
keep
don't play all that kind of backyard bullshit.
let's try to keep the cursing down, but I got you. I
My bad, my
understand.
bad.
No, you good. You good. But
But
yeah,
yeah, you know
man.
what I'm saying though. Like it's
Yeah.
that soft BS of, oh, we're out here,
Hmm.
we're gonna have this. We got 10 plays. We're gonna run 50 times today. Well, I hope that out of 50 times, one of them are gonna flash once in a while. It's, can you do it consistently against good
Hmm.
defenses?
And
That's
I think that's important too. And the days got to stack up, right? You got to stack up good days of practice, and once the pads come on, that becomes like a totally different situation. I just want to see. I want guys to flash now, to make plays, to show their speed. Show their willingness to learn the playbook, and you know, like
enjoy their new car smell.
yeah. That's all it is. It really is a new car smell, but
Yep.
like come summertime when training camp comes, that's when things start to get really real, and that's when the roster starts to take shape. And I think once we get to that point, we'll kind of see who the offensive line will be, like what the lineups will be. And I wanted to talk about the offensive line a little bit because I've been hearing a lot about it, right? About Isaiah Wynn and Austin Jackson, and how Austin Jackson, should be a starter and stuff like that. At this point, I feel like we've done the Austin Jackson and Liam Eichenberg experiment, right? I feel like
Yep.
we've done it. I feel like they've shown that they can't be consistent, especially when it comes to Austin Jackson with the injuries and the play. Liam Eichenberg has shown he can't be consistent in terms of playing well. I think we need to be trying to find 5 guys who are going to be consistently on the field and consistently give us a higher level of play. Now, hopefully those guys can compete for that spot. I want them to be able to compete for that spot, but I would rather give experienced guys like Dan Feeney, Isaiah Wynn a greater opportunity to win those jobs, because I want to see, and they're going to have to fight for it. I want to see them fight for everything they get. And that's what I'm looking forward to in this offensive line. I want to see, I'd like to see Wynn at tackle. I'd like to see Hunt at right guard, Connor Williams at center, Dan Feeney, Austin Jackson, or Eichenberg at left guard. They got to fight that out. And then I want Armstead at left tackle. And I really want that to be the positions that we're in. And I would rather have Austin Jackson, Liam Eichenberg, and Dan Feeney fighting for that left guard spot than Austin Jackson fighting with Isaiah Wynn for the right tackle spot. I think we've tried the Austin Jackson at tackle experiment, and it just hasn't worked out for us. It's to his blind side, and I just don't feel like playing with it. I would rather get someone solidified there.
And that's something, I've made, known as far as my opinion on it. I like the Isaiah Wynn signing in the fact that it's a depth piece. It's not a starter. And the issue is it comes along with, as far as the Eichenberg and Austin Jackson thing, the fact that we got 2 guys off the street that played better than them, that's a huge freaking issue. That's a huge freaking issue.
That's a huge indictment, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a huge
But I think that for what I was trying to
players.
Yeah, but what I was trying to get at though is, again, we've made that argument hundreds of times, but my thing is I would rather, in my personal opinion, get another guard, like you said, get a guard to play left guard that we know can play left guard. Right. And then I would bring in another tackle during cuts. And the thing is by doing that, though, we know we only have one deficiency, and that's left tackle. Whether it's Wynn who starts, Jackson who starts, whoever.
Right tackle.
Right tackle, sorry. Yep. We have one weakness. You get what I'm saying?
Right, and that's a better position to be in.
Handle that. And then bring in veteran. See, here's my frustration with Greer's. He goes, I'm going to bring in competition.
Hold on 1 second. Let me go ahead and add the homie Big Nick on. Big Nick, what's good with you? How you feeling, bro?
What's going on, Big Nick?
Hands up, what's going on? Now, you know I'm coming in hot, man, to defend.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm coming in here hot to push back against both of these statements y'all making right now, man.
So what's the statement, bro? What statement you
y'all
on?
Sitting up there vilifying Austin Jackson and not saying to yourself, well, this dude has played under 3 of the worst offensive line coaches.
No, Nick.
You guys not bringing that up. Like,
all right, here we go, Nick.
Coach really bad. And you guys have given up on Austin Jackson.
I haven't given up on Austin Jackson. But check this out.
I have. He's trash. Austin Jackson is absolute trash.
I'm not going to say he's
Coach
trash.
Coach McDaniels thing's different.
But listen to me, Big Nick. I cannot. This is what I won't allow you to do, right? I'm not going to allow you to come in here and say that those 3 coaches that he played for, those 3 offensive line coaches he played for, were the worst coaches. And because those same coaches are the same coaches who coached up Rob Hunt, who coached up the other guys we got here. They coached Connor Williams last year at center.
Rob Hunt.
Robert Jones. But see, that's the thing.
Connor Williams. They switched Connor Williams from guard to center.
Connor Williams didn't play for Coach Lim. Connor Williams played for this coaching staff.
I understand that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying other people have succeeded. Whereas Austin Jackson, he continues to have. And real quick, Big Nick, here's the thing, and I understand that. What I'm saying is, irregardless of the coaching staff, and now Austin Jackson practiced. Yes, he got injured. He came back in. He played like doo-doo, and he got injured again. But let me just say this: the issue I have is across multiple coaches. He's had the same problems.
Same issues.
And the same issues are as this. And let me, you can rebuttal if you'd like. But again, the three biggest issues he has is number one, false steps. He takes false steps often. He either takes it outside when he's supposed to stay tight inside, or he goes inside and gets beat around the edge. Now,
so let me stop you right there.
Every time
let him count it. Go ahead.
Hold on. I know, but just let me stop you right there. I need to address it point by point because I smoke a lot of weed. I ain't gonna remember all these points. So the first point is when you say that's a coachable.
I would say it's coachable to an extent.
So real quick. When it comes to offensive line and false steps, right? Stepping is probably the most important thing you can do as an offensive line. Step into the right direction, stepping at the right angle, knowing where your guys are going to be, getting your head in the right place.
That's what I was getting at.
So at this point in his career, right?
I don't think it's a physical coaching thing. It's a mental issue. It's a lack of focus. It's a lack of focus.
He should know. He should know at this point where to step, how to step, how he's gonna approach.
Yeah, exactly. It's a mental.
Like this isn't.
Along with point number two.
But this isn't rocket science when it comes to stepping.
CB, you guys cannot do revisionist history because one thing I do know is that last year the kid was having a tremendous camp. He had a pretty good preseason, and he didn't get an opportunity to play up to his potential because he got hurt. He didn't play.
I agree.
So
Big Nick, avoiding though, Big Nick is when he did play and he had the continued issue of panicking and holding. So he had holding and false start issues, as well as the fact
we gotta take.
He didn't play 20 plays this year.
Right. Big Nick, we gotta take this in consideration, right? So he came in, he got hurt early on in the season. He tried to come back, and he couldn't beat out the guy that was there in front of him, right? Brandon Shell, who was honestly a better player than Austin Jackson to me when he played. So we took guys that were kind of off the street. We put them in there. We threw them in there because we needed to, and we were shuffling the offensive line all year. But he still wasn't he wasn't grading out better than them guys. And I understand what you're saying. Like, we still got to give him. I'm still going to give Austin Jackson the chance.
He played in 2 games, and he was a starter in both games. What do you mean he couldn't beat out? Yeah, he was hurt.
But guess what? He went out of the game.
Remember, he had 2 holding penalties and a false start penalty in those 2 first games. And on top of that, another issue, the holdings, the false steps, and the third point of Austin Jackson and his inability mentally-wise to handle the NFL game is the fact that he goes out on screens, right? And he goes, "Hey, coach, I made it to the spot." Yeah, but you missed 4 blocks on the way there. The thing is he's so worried about getting to where he needs to be instead of understanding the concept of you're supposed to block people on your way to the spot, not just run to the spot and then look around and try to block somebody once you get there. And that is something he's done every year.
CT, when I tell you to stop talking, bro. Now, to be completely fair, right? You're not gonna block 4 or 5 people on one play, right? If you're told to get to a spot, you're there to block one guy. But when you get there, you gotta block the guy. If you're not blocking the guy, then you're completely wrong and you're not helping your football team. So that's my thing. It's like at this point, Austin Jackson will give you a shot. I mean, I think everybody's got a shot, but you're on a very short leash because we're trying to win a Super Bowl, and we don't have time to try to develop you into the football player that you need to be in year 3, bro. It's just not. We don't have the time to do it.
Well,
so this is what. This is my thing at this point. At this point, we don't have time to develop players at the position, and this is a point I made yesterday in a space, is that I'm not playing games with my right tackle spot and my left tackle spot. That's one area on this offense that I'm not having a question mark at. So I'll take an interior guy. I'll play around with the left guard spot. Right? I'll cheat that, and you guys I can try to figure that out. I'll juggle that, but I'm not gonna juggle my right tackle or my left tackle because those guys play out on an island by themselves, and they don't. If you get beat at that position, your quarterback is going to the hospital.
So bottom line, this is my take. Bottom line, right? And we can do this. I can have a conversation with you guys.
Tony, what's good?
To the season start, you and I, we can go back and forth talking about the pros and cons of Austin Jackson and what we can do this all day. But I can do that with you. But you know who I wouldn't do that with? Who I would only be ears open to? And that's Frank Smith. That's Mike McDaniel. That's people that have hours and hours and hours and hours
of watching the film.
So I'm going to always defer to them. I'm sorry. Always. I'm going to defer to them. So
but see, and Big Nick, that's how all Dolphin fans should be approaching it. And I wish more Dolphin fans were.
The whole point of
why. But the thing is I agree to an extent, but it does come down to we all know that we have seen this regime, and not only this coaching staff, but other.
Well, hold up, CT. Not this coaching staff.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was saying not specifically this one, but I'm saying more the GM. Holding on to players that the fans know. Again, Noah, we knew he wasn't going to work out at the end of year one. Most reasonable fans, but we held on to him. Solomon Kinley, we knew in year one he wasn't going to work out. We kept him for another 2 years. I feel like Greer gets these pet project situations, and he's not willing to cut the cord.
Well, I think. Well, hold on. Just real quick, Big Nick. I get what you're saying in terms of that, but you guys got to understand that you still got to fill the roster out, right? You still got to fill the roster out, and you got these guys still under contract.
On a rookie contract.
Right. So if you got guys on a rookie contract, what's the point of cutting them if you still need a body, and their body is better than the bodies you've brought in off the street? Like, that's what you got to consider. Like, this is a business too. Like,
and I agree.
You still got to fill out the roster.
Let's go back.
CB, you got to go to the situation.
Let me let Big Nick run it real quick. Nick,
let's go back, because I have pushback on both of those things you just said about Noah and about Solomon Kinley. Solomon Kinley was a product of an offensive scheme change. Right, his rookie year, he was the best offensive lineman on the team. His rookie year,
because we were playing power run scheme, because we were playing that power run.
So, and he was a product. He was a product of a scheme change when we let the first offensive coordinator go, and we brought in a whole different set. We brought in your boy, Chan Gailey, who changed it, and that wasn't conducive to him. And he was out of there. We didn't hold on to him. We
held on to him until the end of that next offseason, and that's when we decided to cut him when we brought in other guys off the street. And my thing is,
but you got but hold on.
Agree, but my point that I was trying to make
to bit of talent, CT.
And I didn't say he wasn't talented. I just said that if for us, he didn't work, and because of Greer and his stubbornness and trying to force his picks to work, I get it from his perspective too. You can't just choose them and then fucking go, I screwed this one up, I screwed that one up, so I'm gonna cut him. I get that too.
It's not even about that. It's about taking a guy who was really good for you that you got in the what round? The third round, the third round, the fourth round.
Solomon Kinley was a fifth-round pick.
With a fifth-round pick, that CT, that's costing you about $680,000. You're not going, and it's a business too. You're not going to go out there and get somebody to replace him that's probably going to be better and be at that same price point. So why get rid of him?
Yeah,
I felt like I've said that. Go ahead, Steve.
Honestly, I think Solomon Kinley outplayed his contract. We picked him in the fifth round. He became a starter for us.
He was the best lineman that year.
And I know the roster was depleted, but I was real disappointed when you cut a guy like Solomon Kinley and keep a guy like Eichenberg to play, because Solomon Kinley was clearly better than Eichenberg to me.
Yeah, but
know,
we moved to that zone blocking scheme.
But it doesn't. I understand what you're saying. I understand we moved to a zone blocking scheme, but I'm telling you, Solomon Kinley is a better zone blocker and better man blocker than Eichenberg.
You said it doesn't matter what.
You can't get to that second level, CB.
Yeah, no,
you got to be able to get to that second level, CB.
No. Hold up. Now, I understand getting to the second level, but you can maul a guy. If you take care of the front line, the 4 down linemen, that's half the battle of blocking the zone scheme.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Solomon Kinley, I think there was a lot going on personally with coaches and the staff. I think that's the only reason they would have let him go, is that there was an issue personally. Because
the man made Robert Hunt play right tackle, man. CT, what are you talking about?
Literally. So it's like, man, we gotta figure that out. But I mean, I wish we would have kept Solomon Kinley, but I understand. I said, I defer to the coaches. Go ahead,
Kinley, Ogba, and X, best players on the team that year. Kinley, Ogba, and X was the best players on the team that year.
All right, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, no, but I can see where CT's coming from when it comes to Kinley, because when we hired McDaniel, if we had Kinley, I don't think he has the foot mobility to no, he doesn't really have the foot speed to do the outside zone and all that pull.
Bro, stop that. Hey, look.
That's
stop.
true.
No, there's different.
It's true, dude. CB, he was a road grader. He was a road grader, but the dude was not fleet of foot, bro.
Yeah, that's true, CB.
I will pull it up right now. Y'all are just talking.
Yeah, no. When you look at
I'm not. And my thing is, though,
when you look at Georgia's offensive scheme, they run a traditional zone. They don't run an outside zone scheme. They run a zone.
Look, guys, I get what you're saying. I get all of this that you're saying, but you're not telling me. This is what you're not telling me.
Solomon Kinley is worse than Eichenberg. That's all you're trying. I get it. My whole thing, though, Nick, what frustrated me, the point that I was trying to make earlier, but what frustrates me with Greer's, you're willing to churn the bottom of the roster in other units. But the one thing that you weren't willing to churn the bottom of the roster on was O-line. When other than us bringing in Robert Jones and Shell because of injury, we didn't rotate guys. We didn't go, okay, we tried these guys. We've had them for a couple weeks. They're not playing very well. Again, they have no guaranteed money. So it's not like we brought this guy in for $6 million. You know what I'm saying? It's more, okay, let's bring in another couple guys and see what these guys got. You know what I mean?
That was his take about this guy, about what's going on with the offensive linemen that's in the NFL, right? Because the great ones are so far in between. It's not that many. And so the new rules of college football, even high school football, and definitely the pros, you're not able to get your hands on these guys as much and practice to teach them, to take them through. So basically, we're drafting athletes to the NFL, hoping that they would develop and learn how to become great offensive linemen. So it's not that these kids aren't talented. It's just that in college, you have so little time to get with these people to teach them that they're not being taught proper technique.
I get it. Now, and that makes sense. I agree with that. I mean, I agree that the teaching is different, but I feel like once you get to be an NFL player, there shouldn't be much teaching that you need. You should understand how to do. You should improve. You should get stronger. You should get better.
Refine your craft.
And 4 Pro Bowlers off the offensive line to the Pro Bowl. 4 starters off the offensive line. Now you can barely find a team that's sending 2. You can barely find a team that might be sending 2.
See, but the thing is for me, Big Nick, that doesn't matter. My thing is it's just the same argument that me and CB made of. You brought in Shell and Jones off the street, and they were outperforming your draft picks. The thing is I don't need all-star. Can I finish? I don't need all-star guys. I don't need Pro Bowl guys. I just need to get the guys that they get the job done 3 out of 4 times.
What kind of deal was Shell and those guys on, right? You don't think he was thinking, come on, man, a one year contract, a person on the last year in the NFL on the contract, Come on, man. We went through that with basketball with Whiteside.
Yeah, but
$100 and something million.
Guys, I gotta watch a little bit of this, and this is from Houts on YouTube. I'm not gonna get shut down for this, but I'm gonna pause it every few seconds just so I can show you guys. This is Solomon Kinley highlights. I have never seen this video ever before, but this will show you that he is a better player than Liam Eichenberg, whether it's gap scheme, zone scheme, or whatever it is. I'm telling you right now, he is a better offensive lineman, a better blocker than Liam
in that
Eichenberg.
scheme, CB.
It don't matter what scheme it is.
I don't disagree with that. I mean, anybody's shit. Stephen Hawking's in a wheelchair is better than Eichenberg.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that. Don't kill him.
Oh no, man! When the guy trips over his own feet, stop it. When Eichenberg can't.
All right, CT, I need you to pay attention real quick.
Oh, I'm watching.
Now this is
where that lateral movement at, bro?
Look at this lateral movement. Now this is a zone scheme type of blocking scheme. This is exactly what that is. Watch the play. Watch his feet. Watch him lock on to the defender. And drive. Watch it, right? Moving his feet. That is a zone scheme run blocking scheme.
That is not a zone scheme run blocking.
What are you looking at?
We're running outside zone.
Hold up. Stop.
It's not a wide zone.
It's not a wide zone. Come on, please understand your football, Big Nick. I don't want to.
You're right. It's not a wide zone. I apologize. It might be a zone. It's not wide zone.
This is inside zone run blocking. You have a double team. You have a double team on the left side. You have Solomon Kinley in the center on a double team, and you have the tackle out there on an island by himself. So this is a zone scheme, inside zone blocking, and it's going back the other way. So don't tell me he can't run zone scheme plays, because this is zone scheme.
No, he can't run the scheme that McDaniel. This is inside zone. He relies on his guards to pull around the tackle.
On our scheme, CB, the linemen are over here already. This is where the linemen are.
This is the problem. Y'all don't understand zone scheme. Zone scheme blocking can only be inside or outside. It's either I'm running outside or I'm running inside. So the blocking doesn't change much from play to play. It doesn't. You're just going a little bit further. You may be taking a guy on by yourself instead of having a double team.
Yeah, but the outside zone, when you pull a tackle or a guard, they have to have the ability or the speed to get to the outside to make their cutoff block.
I understand that wholeheartedly. Guys, I just want you to understand this is not about this Solomon Kinley thing is not about being a football player, because he's a much better football player than Liam Eichenberg is.
CB, I agree. Take on the different
what I can criticize him not caring about his weight is what I can criticize him about.
The inside and outside was actually correct what you just said.
Now my issue
was a liable mission, CB. That was a liable mission. What is the difference? What is the one separator between the inside and outside zone? And that's
you're just taking wider steps.
Lateral movement.
That's it. That's the only difference between inside and outside zone.
He can't perform that.
You're not
other than pulling, because you can have the outside zone without the pulling guard or tackle, but I think that he would be good in a inside zone or even an outside zone where he's not asked to pull. But if Kinley was asked to pull and run around the other side, yeah, that's not happening.
They're gonna beat him to the spot,
bro. He's just honestly, I think you guys are a little underestimating how. Flight of foot. I think he has good feet. Like, he can move. He's not, bro.
No, he's not terrible.
Look, guys. Eichenberg out there looks like his feet are in bricks. Like, he has bricks for feet, yo. Please do not tell me that y'all think Solomon Kinley is a worse athlete than Liam Eichenberg.
No. That was not the argument. The argument was whether Solomon Kinley could play in the outside zone for me. That's my only issue.
But look at this blocking right here, guys.
Yeah, but that's not
Look, I don't think
He's in the phone booth mainly
this
there.
is look, this is inside zone though. I understand what you're saying, but this is inside zone blocking. This is exactly how you block inside zone. This is all we ran last year. A lot of inside zone. When you look at how he gets off the ball, makes contact, and gets the guy's hips turned right here, right? Takes the defender, turns his hips, gives the center an opportunity to get over across his face, and then works up to the linebacker to get the linebacker.
I agree. I think he was a smart player.
I don't think we've seen Eichenberg play like
Oh,
that.
hell no. Eichenberg trips over his own feet 2 seconds after the snap.
Yeah,
Bro,
and for me,
did you guys see it? Hey, on my show, if you haven't seen it, you got to go check out the funny clip. But we show Eichenberg tripping over himself 4 times in a row, right? And then on the 5th snap, they run the same pull. He goes out real quick, CB. He goes out and he doesn't trip over himself, but he overruns the fucking gap he was supposed to block in.
Guys,
because he got so excited.
Zone scheme. Look at the blocking on this. This is zone scheme blocking. This is all we did. Look at how he moves his feet. He's at the right guard spot. Look at how he helps the center, gets over and helps the center. That's all you need from a guard in that situation. And look at the hole there.
No,
Tony,
CB,
you don't know
what I'm comparing. No, but what McDaniel is trying to do, is do the outside zone scheme where he has his guards pulling to the outside shoulder.
How many times did we see Eichenberg pulling?
He couldn't do it.
You're not telling me that Eichenberg is a better puller than Tyler McKinnon.
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay, you're not telling me that. Okay, all right. So that's all I'm saying.
No, I'm not.
I don't see Eichenberg making these plays right here. I don't see him making these type of blocks. Basically clearing guys out of the hole. Right? That's great blocking by the offensive line. I mean, that's really
but when you look at
honestly,
he's in the phone booth.
He didn't get past the line.
Yeah, but but when you look at where he's in the phone booth,
he's supposed to be gone. That man's supposed to be on his ass right there. 23. Myles Gaskin. Boy, I tell you.
Hey, if that was Dalvin, he would have ran 29 over and went into the end zone.
Yeah, and guys, could I say something about the passing game real quick? CB,
but that's honestly.
Go back,
hold on, real quick. Tony, I got you. As soon as we talk about this real quick.
Look, but one got to be on outside.
When you look at this,
that's his problem. His vision is his problem.
Yeah, I see you saying he's supposed to get to the outside, but on this play, he's supposed to be up inside.
Okay, you got him beat. He's gone.
You talking about who? The guy on the outside?
23. One juke. He's out of there.
I don't know about that.
One juke.
Look, see,
he's out of there. He already committed to the inside. He's already committing to the inside.
I want you to look.
I
want you to understand this guy's responsibility. 23. His responsibility is to not let anything get outside contain. That's his job.
And what is he doing right now? He's committed to meet him at the pass.
He's committed to force his ass inside. That's what he should be doing right now. He is committed to forcing him inside.
That's a bad angle for 23. I think one juke, foot in the ground, you gone.
Nah. Hey, 23. Hey, look. 23 know not to get beat outside. He even goes underneath them to make sure he don't get beat outside.
Isn't that Sony Michelle? I think that's Sony. That's preseason.
No, that's Myles Gaskin.
That's 37.
That's
Myles Gaskin.
Myles Gaskin's 37.
Yeah.
Myles Gaskin's 37, not 23. 23, I think was
Sony. I think he had to put his foot in the ground and go.
Ahmed is 26. So yeah.
Now look at the athleticism. My goodness.
Oh no, but that's isn't that Fitz?
That's inside the phone booth though. He's inside the.
That's 2 years ago.
This is pass protection.
Yeah, we're arguing about Kinley.
We're talking about.
I understand what you're saying, CB. But when you look at the blocking, he's going up. He's going. When you look at that,
hey Tony. This is what
I want to finish. Could I finish, please? I want to try to say what I'm trying to say. It takes me a while because, but what I'm trying to say, CB, when you look at most of his blocking, it's in the phone booth, going up the field. It's not. He's moving side to side in the phone booth. He is
What
not
do you?
going.
All right,
He's
so
in the
Tony,
phone
what?
booth most
I see
of the.
what you're saying.
Real quick,
Tony, real quick. I want to address Tony. Tony is saying he's in the phone booth. Tony, I understand that wholeheartedly, right? What do we think Robert Hunt is?
Way more athletic.
He's a phone booth guy. He's a
Robert
phone-
Hunt will pull quite a bit. Robert Hunt pulled
he's
quite
an
You know
a
that
bit.
is tape coming out of Louisiana
He's
Monroe.
an
They ran in an outside
phone
zone.
booth guy. He's a
Robert Hunt leading block
he's a
downfield, man. Come on,
fleet-footed
don't do that,
offensive
CB.
lineman. That's
Yo,
what he
CB,
is.
real
Yo,
quick.
go ahead.
My bad, bro, but this is off topic. Panthers, obviously have Hurricanes and Panthers playing tonight. Panthers were up 3-2. Carolina went and tied it. Panthers just took the lead with 4 seconds left. It looks like we're going to the Stanley Cup Finals, y'all.
Yes,
Nice. Okay, I like
Finally,
that.
it took.
I like that.
It took 20 years.
Hey, it don't matter how
20
long
years,
it
it's been
takes.
a hell of a game.
It took 20. It's gonna take 20 years for us to get back to it. Let's get it.
CB, I ain't
Dolphins going
let
back.
you skip past that. Robert Hunt, 15 yards downfield blocking, man. Stop.
Hey, Solomon Kinley can do it too.
They got the official review, and the crowd got warned if they continue to throw rubber rats on the ice, we're gonna get penalized.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They already started.
Again.
Hey, CB,
Again.
can I talk about the passing game real quick?
Can we? No, I wanna do this real quick, and then we'll get into it. Let me finish this real quick. So when we look at his pass pro, right, moving his feet, he even feels himself getting beat back across his face.
Yeah, he got beat.
Turns
Okay.
around and then and blocks the guy into the ground. We just don't have offensive linemen that are doing that, and that's my problem with the move of getting Kinley out of here. Is that you really don't have a guy better than him on the offensive line in the guard position, at the left guard position. So why are you getting him out? You drafted Eichenberg to be a right tackle, and he's not the right tackle you thought he was going to be. He's just not the
we
guy.
did the same with Austin Jackson. Oh, wait.
Oh, he can't pull, though. Y'all said he can't pull. Man, y'all better stop talking about Solomon Kinley.
I think
man. I'm done with
honestly,
y'all,
I
man.
think Austin's athleticism fits better in the scheme than the power gap scheme that they were
Oh,
trying to run with
you mean when he took 2 steps and made a cutoff block? That's not pulling.
Oh, man,
Come
that's
on,
his
CB.
assignment.
That
That's
is a
his
cutoff
assignment.
block. That
That's
is
his
not
assignment.
pulling.
Oh, that's
Stop
pull-
that. Come
That
on,
is-
CB. Don't
that
try to
is-
slide that. That is not pulling.
That is taking a bucket step, getting around the tackle or tight end who's going down right there, getting out to a cornerback, and getting that guy blocked off. That's all you need. Like
That's a crackback block.
We make
CB.
that's not a crackback. A crackback is when you hit somebody from like the side.
That's
or
that's a zone block right
they
there.
don't see you. That's not a crackback. But
Yeah, that's a zone block.
and this is the last one we'll look at. And so they're just showing a replay right there. That's a pull, Big Nick. That's a pull,
I
Big
didn't say
Nick.
it didn't pull.
Okay,
That wasn't me.
that's a pull.
I'm
That's
just saying.
Watch
did
that
do
one more
it
time. One more
consistently.
time. Let me watch that one more time.
Look
we
at
run the
Solomon,
ball, CB.
Solomon Kinley looking real athletic out here, bro.
Is he
What I'm
right
saying, when we
there?
run the ball, all our
The right
linemen are
guard. All
over
right,
here.
let's watch it again.
Watch
The
him.
right guard, right there. All right. He swings outside. Yep.
He's athletic, dog.
And then gets in there.
And that's a touchdown. I like that blocking scheme. I like.
I'm more worried about plays where he has to go from one side to the complete opposite other, not same side. I'm worried about him having to be a lead blocker on the edge.
And he had the worst pass blocking grade on the line that year. He was terrible. He wasn't good at pass blocking. That wasn't his thing.
I want to bring something up when it comes to the passing game real quick, guys.
All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Tony. You said you want to bring something up. We got about 15 minutes. Let's get it.
Okay. Oh, what I want to bring up, I noticed with McDaniel, he was upset. Like, he got enamored. I guess he didn't do a lot of out-breaking routes. He got enamored with the in-breaking routes going in between the hash marks. He didn't go outside a lot. Did you guys notice that? Like, and that's why I'm saying, honestly, we need to that's why I'm saying he needs to add mesh concepts that employ those outbreaking routes. I guess the the West Coast the West Coast offense really does not have a lot of outbreaking routes when you look at the route tree and stuff like that.
So what do you
More
mean by
inbreaking towards
what do you mean by an outbreaking right? Define that to me because I want to know what that is.
outbreaking routes are the ones that go towards the sideline. Like the post routes going
down and out.
to the
You know it's down and out, CB.
So look. So you're talking about out routes. You're talking about comebacks, right?
In breaking routes.
Those are the furthest throws on the field too. So you got to keep that in mind, right? When you're throwing the ball way out there to the sideline, that's the easiest ball to get picked off. The one that's way out there, it's a 15, 20-yard comeback. The cornerback can break on that shit easily and go get it. And where he going when he catch that ball, Nick?
Touchdown.
He going to the
I think I disagree. When you're in the West Coast offense, you do use levels concepts.
Yeah, but here's the deal. We have plenty of outbreaking routes on our team. That's how Craig Kraft
he
caught his
doesn't
passes.
use them enough, is what I'm saying.
That's how the guy that left, he caught his passes. Here's the deal, though. They were not legit number threes. Our concept for this offense, our two number ones, they run in route and go. That's what they run. Number three,
didn't we use a lot of outbreaking with water?
Crossers all day. That's the problem. Is Mike McDaniel got predictable.
The routes that Tyreek run, the routes that Jalen run, they're designed to draw everybody in, and those outbreaking routes are supposed to be for our number threes and our tight ends, and they were not able to get
all right, so I haven't said anything in 5 minutes. So again, my whole point was
TT. I get what you're saying about saying something in 5 minutes, but let him finish before you say something. You see what I'm saying?
I was just interjecting the point.
I got you. So just go. You good?
No, I was just saying though the issue that I had was, again, it was Mike McDaniel got predictable. Is you're talking about us running go routes? No, the one running go routes was Tyreek Hill. We had Jalen Waddle on the deep post over the top, and then we had Craycraft, Sherfield, whoever running the crosser underneath, a la wide both Los Angeles. Or whatever they are,
San Fran,
whatever the hell, Chargers and San Fran, because I get the cities all mixed up now because they moved. But it's exactly what Mike McDaniel failed. That is, they're dropping their linebackers 10, 15 yards deep to cover that crosser, double Tyreek and bracket Waddle. You should have ran the dang ball, and on top of that, you should have ran outbreaking short routes, but we didn't. What we continued to do is run that same route tree. Tyreek on the go, Waddle on the deep post, and whoever on the crosser underneath. And when it continued to not work, he just goes, okay, I'm going to bring out a different formation, just running the same stupid play. And that was infuriating.
That is the route. That is the route they was running. However, I think
it's weird that because against Baltimore they only
because all of Jalen's deep touchdowns, those were go routes. All of Tyreek's long touchdowns, those were slants, those was hooks. Not hooks, but those were post patterns. They both run the same plays. Nobody's designed, those two are not designed to run one particular type of play because they're two of the best route runners in the NFL.
And that's what infuriated me is use them more wisely. Why not trick the defense and have Jalen Waddle run that slant that he was so good at the year before, have Tyreek run a crosser over the middle, and then have another guy come over the top with the post or a go route on the other side. You got to vary it. You can't run the same exact route concepts, just change the formation. NFL defenses don't work like that.
We can just upgrade our number three. We can bring in a zone buster like Braxton Berrios. We can, you know what I'm saying? We can upgrade the number three. And then all that shit up.
I love Braxton Berrios because he's got short curls and shit like that.
Real quick.
And CT, this is why I've been saying, honestly, this is where we're adding concepts from like other other offenses like the air raid or the run and shoot that have those mesh or choice route concepts to confuse the defense, because choice routes actually force the defense to choose what route they're gonna going deep, intermediate, or short, like doing a drag out underneath.
Yeah, the choice routes work more against zone coverage.
But
So it depends what type of coverage you're running at the time.
You guys are overcomplicating this, man. Listen,
Yeah.
why would you want to change the NFL leading receiver? Why would you want to change the 5th leading receiver and the yards per reception leading receiver? Why don't we just upgrade the number 3 wide receiver position? Why do you want to change the offense?
I don't think you need to change the offense. You just need to upgrade. You need to upgrade the number 3s and 4s, right?
Right.
And you need
I think you just need to commit to the run game. Yeah, exactly.
And run the ball more. I just wanted to address this comment real quick.
You're overcomplicated.
Hey, Richard McLean says, CB83, I like your show and your objective takes, but I never know when you are live. Do you have a schedule? I'm done with the Wolfpack. It's not healthy for my fandom. I get it. The Wolfpack will drive you crazy, man. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set a schedule at least to go live 2 or 3 times a week. So just make sure you turn on notifications, hit the like for me, and then I'll make sure I kind of communicate that. But follow me on Twitter and Instagram also, because I'll be probably communicating on that as to when I'll be live. So be sure to check that out.
Why do you guys think McDaniel never did a lot of choice or mesh concept routes?
Because I think it's complicated. This is my thing with choice routes. It's complicated because you don't know when guys are sitting down, you don't know when they're leaving. It's really a thing of, hey, you gotta understand.
It's a lot of football.
Irving, remember we had that argument ad nauseum about that actual one choice route that they did give Jeff Wilson Jr. And instead of him continuing on up the seam on the go, he did a hitch route. Tua thought he was going to keep running
the interception.
Turned into an interception.
That's right.
That's exactly why Mike McDaniel says, look, it's not that I don't trust Tua to make the throw.
It's communication.
It's the communication.
It is.
But the problem
wasn't Raheem Mostert running that choice route versus Green Bay as well?
Did he do it in Green Bay? Or I don't remember. All I remember was the
interception against Green Bay.
It was Jeff Wilson Jr. in the San Fran game.
I know that, but I thought Raheem Mostert was running another choice route.
I think
on that pick against Green Bay,
routes are all
that could have been miscommunication.
The choice routes sound good.
With our wide receivers, right?
The choice routes sound good. Hold up, Nick. So the choice routes sound good. It sounds like it's a great concept, right?
We don't need
when it comes down to it, there's too much room for error there.
Yep.
Yeah,
it'd be much easier to just tell guys, hey, be in this spot at this time, and we're gonna get you the ball. I'll throw you the ball. If you're not there, keep working.
And it requires the quarterback and the wide receiver being on the same page as well.
No, and it's a lot.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it is.
Especially,
go ahead, Big Nick.
Or we may not. What if we did have choice routes in our offense, right? They will barely be used because if Tyreek is even, what is he doing?
Continuing to run straight.
If he's even, he's leaving. If Jalen is even, he's leaving. So there's no need for a choice route. Tua's going to spot that immediately.
He should be. That shit like playing.
But the thing is, but you make the assumption though that every route that Tua sees from Tyreek or Waddle is, if you got a step and there's open field in front of you, I'm just going to chuck it up to you. That's when it becomes the same argument. Real quick, Big Nick, is then the argument becomes, he's just trying to force feed them. So it's like you can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? That's what frustrates me about that argument too.
I guess
and we bring up that they're elite route runners, both Jalen and Tyreek, that they're elite. Yeah, we bring up that they're great route runners. Wouldn't choice routes actually prove that they're great route runners, though?
No,
not necessarily,
That
because
has
it's
nothing to do with route running.
it has nothing.
You
to
go
do
out,
with it.
It's
Yeah.
the
you in break, you out break,
It's
you sit in the
understanding.
zone. Setting on the cover until you see
Whatever
pre-snap.
the defense is doing to you, whatever the defense is doing, that's your choice route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing
the choice the choice route concept is, hey, if they're running cover 2 and I have a post instead of, so hey, then you can have two choices. You could either sit down in the middle of the field, or you can continue running your post to split the cover 2. And
It's
like,
based on the key.
so it's
yeah,
based
you
on
can
the
either
key
run
thing.
you can run that post, or you can run the out, or you can sit on the curl in the zone defense.
Yeah,
Yep.
so there's a couple of things you could do.
You
But
can also go in breaking. You can also run an in breaking as well.
If the QB thinks you're going to take the in route, but you sit down and take the curl,
Run out of the stadium.
That's just bad. That's just bad on their part, because a choice route is like this, and I play quarterback. If the safety is coming in or shading to one side, and the linebacker is blitzing, then that calls for this particular route to be ran. If the linebacker is not blitzing and the safety is still drifting, then it calls for this route. If they're playing base defense, then you can run your pattern. That's how a choice route works. It doesn't work on
that. Thank you for explaining that. That's what I'm trying to say. But don't you guys think that? But
you don't need
adding
it.
stuff like that. But adding stuff like that, as fans, I talked to CB earlier about this. That we labeled a guy like Mike McDaniel a guru when he first hired him and stuff like that. And for me, I told CB this earlier, that in order for me to label a guy like that a guru, a young coach like that a guru, is he needs to evolve the scheme that he's running.
And I think
like
that's going to happen. I think you only saw a very small portion of what Mike McDaniels has in store for us this year on the offensive side. And we saw him get creative at times late in the season. Like I said, I always wish he would have been more creative with the offense, but I mean, I get it. He's a first-year head coach. He had a lot going on. He had a lot on his plate with interchanging quarterbacks. I think it's very hard to get into a rhythm as a play caller and get creative when you have backup quarterbacks in there, guys who really don't understand the offense and can't deliver like that. So I think that has a lot to do with it.
I believe our guys is 1 and 2 in yards per separation per catch. So that you don't need a choice route when you have that type of advantage.
Yeah,
but you also got to take it to account.
Did we do a lot of drag routes with Tyreek?
Yes, draggers, crossers, whatever you want.
I feel like we didn't do enough drag routes. I feel like we didn't do enough drags, enough mesh concepts across the middle. I wanted to see more into his face right now, like things that he can hit underneath. Things that he can hit underneath and just give Tyreek the ball in stride and keep going. Like I didn't see that.
And I noticed
real quick, Tony. That was the thing is we had the stuff in front of him. We had the crossers and the posts and all that. We just did nothing underneath. We never gave him anything underneath. Everybody's like, oh, well, he should have been checking the ball down. To who? Because there was no check down route.
When you playing Madden and you eating their ass up, how many plays do you? I mean, how deep do you really go in your playbook, man?
Not very deep when you playing Madden. But when it comes to the NFL,
sometimes you're using the similar plays over and over again.
different.
Play somebody who knows how to fucking read an offense and play defense and adjust. That was the problem that Mike McDaniel had, and I hope that he shows us he's different this year. It took him 2 games. It took him Chargers and San Fran to go, oh shit, they're onto that play, they're onto that concept. Let me adjust.
I think he started to realize late in the season, like running the ball it's gotta be priority for us.
Yep.
Because the play action will be just much more effective if you're running the ball well. And I think, I mean, and it's going to open up, and like J.R. Black said, a running game would open up the middle of the field. It's going to open up the middle of the field because the linebackers have to play up, and then they can't just sit back and drop. They can't.
And that's what frustrated me about those two games is Mike McDaniel. If I saw it, you saw it, everybody else saw it. That's where we get frustrated. We say, "Oh, trust the coaches." Well, sometimes I love Mike McDaniel. I love his energy. I love who he is. He almost outsmarts himself. Does that make sense? He overthinks the shit.
He learned that CT.
Justin Herbert will get 250 yards week 1. He won't throw for 250.
and let's not forget he learned that habit from he got that habit from Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan has to be the smartest man in the room, and he doesn't want to listen to anybody and stuff like that. That's that habit he learned from Shanahan.
And I think
but I don't think that's the issue. I think it was more about he goes, "Hey, okay, they know that I came from San Fran. I was the run coordinator, right? So he goes, they're expecting me to create a scheme around running, but I'm gonna screw with their heads, and I'm gonna come out here and bring a passing oriented offense out, and then go, okay, later on in the year, once they go, oh, we got to adjust to this. Then he goes, okay, I got you. You're gonna adjust to my pass, and I'm gonna start running the ball. The problem is it took Mike McDaniel 2 games too long to switch it around. That was my issue.
Hey, and I agree with that wholeheartedly, man. And guys, I gotta get out of here. I appreciate you guys coming on. You say it again?
Did you read that take? I said they can't talk about Shanahan, one of the 2 best coaches in the NFL.
Oh yeah, clearly, hands
one
down.
of the 2 best coaches in the NFL.
I think so too. Mike McDaniels is like that. I mean, I know we give him a little flack in year 1, but I think he's gonna take this team to new heights in year 2.
I agree.
For sure.
And CB, before you go, I want to say this. I want to say this take actually, and I've said I'm not sure if this is just being too harsh on Tua or not, but
it is.
We want him to learn. Want him to learn to audible and stuff. Or I said this on someone else's platform that as a quarterback, you need to know when the play is wrong and go to the sideline or in your helmet, tell the stand up to your coach and say this play is wrong and adjust it.
Anthony, what if audibles are not in our offense? Then what can Tua do?
And this is, but see, and that's the thing, Anthony. You got to keep in mind. This offensive scheme, the coach controls everything. Whether you audible, whether you do make changes at the line of scrimmage, whether you switch to play to the other side, coaches can control all of that. Now, you got to understand when the coach gives him the play and he walks up to the line of scrimmage, communication is cut off, and he can't go back to the coach and talk to the coach at that point. He either makes the adjustment by himself or he simply runs the play. There is no communication back to the coach. Hey, coach, I don't like this look. Can we switch it to this? There's none of that. He gets the play from the coach. He gives the play to the players, and then communication is cut off at that point.
Right.
At that point,
not be an option.
Right, and there might not be another option. He goes up to the line of scrimmage. He looks at the defense. He may say, "Oh, this shit might not work. I might need to change it." But we don't know if that's in Mike McDaniel's system to change it. Typically, coaches have something built in that's going to beat that defense. Typically, that's the case with every play.
I think that wristband covers a lot of that too, right? The wristband, they get to play, they look at the wristband, and the wristband.
Yeah. But the wristband is more of like a communication thing, like.
And then according to the cadence, according to the snap count, what they read off of snap count, the Omaha, it determines which play off of that number they're going to run out of that play call.
No, that's what confuses me sometimes when I see that Tua's playing. When Tua does that, where he plays a play that he doesn't adjust sometimes, and he knows the play is wrong, but he doesn't want to adjust or fix to whatever coverage and stuff like that. Now you guys explain that to me, that there's no built-in audible where
It may
he
be,
can audible.
yeah. We just don't know if it's built in, right? And
But
that's
Nah, we don't know about that. I mean,
and
you can go on a lot of the earlier reports, like the game against the Ravens, against Buffalo, where they had trouble, communicating the plays from coach to quarterback. Like Tua had to spend a lot of time improvising, so you never know that he was calling his own plays on the field and telling where. Like I think the last drive against the Ravens, when we scored that touchdown, a lot of that was Tua improvising and reading the coverage pre-snap. Like especially like that run, I think in that big Chase Edmonds runs where we got into the red zone, he checked into a run play. And he read the cover, he read the defense, he checked into a run play, ran it a zone replay, and Edmonds had a huge gain on that play. So I will never know, but based on what reports we got during the season, I think Tua did a lot of improvising. And then you'll see some examples on film where he's like, on that touchdown play to Tyreek Hill, where he got one-on-one with Tre'Davious White. He's in a bunch set to the left. He sees a single high with a one-on-one look, and he's changing the line of scrimmage. He's changing the play of the line of scrimmage. So that's him, reading, audibly and what have you. Whether he does it a lot or not, we will never know that. We just go by what we see on film and the reports.
This is the only thing I want Anthony to know. That I'm out of here, CB. I love you, brother. The only thing I want Anthony to know about Tua is through 9 weeks of the NFL season, Tua was the number 1 rated quarterback in the NFL.
He was, and a ridiculous amount of efficiency too.
Talking about he need to improve this. Stop! Don't do that, man.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, he's just got to stay healthy, bro. That's it.
Yeah. But CB, you know what it is to be not only number 1 in pass rating, but you have the highest percentage of your passing attempts ending them into touchdown. Like 6.3% of his passes ended up in touchdowns. That's like Patrick Mahomes level efficiency. Led the NFL in third in yards per completion, yards per attempt, intended air yards per attempt. Like, bro, he had a ridiculous amount of in terms of efficiency, his numbers were ridiculous. Now it's all about finding a balance on offense.
Yeah. And I think that's where we'll be this year. Honestly, I wish we were there last year. Wish we were more balanced last year. If we were more balanced, we run the ball more. The defense is off the field a little bit more.
Right.
The defense may play better. They may give you a little bit more than they gave you last year, and we may win some more games. But I think
give me
this
17,
year,
we go to the Super Bowl. He give me 17, we go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. If he gives you 17, if he gives us 15 games in the regular season and plays all,
give me 15,
bro. We in there.
That's golden.
15 and play the whole playoffs. We going to Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I think because with this team, you could beat anybody any given Sunday, and I think if you get home field advantage throughout the playoffs, bro, there's nobody beating us in Miami like that late this season. It's just not happening.
I agree.
Because they're gonna come down. They're gonna come down there. It's gonna be Cuban as hell, and we're gonna get after that ass.
The Jets going 7-10, and we're gonna win the division.
CB, let me ask you one question.
What's up?
Do you think we get Dalvin Cook?
Yes, he's coming to Miami. He will. He will be a Dolphin next weekend.
This man been doing Dalvin Cook videos.
There you go.
Hey, for a long time, Big Dick. He coming.
Nobody's done more Dalvin Cook videos than this man.
But listen. You have the team as talented as they are right now, right? You haven't fielded a team of this much talent in decades. Why not? If you got the money and you got the opportunity, why not? What do you got to lose?
Nothing to lose.
This is your window. Do it. You know what I'm saying?
This is your window. Upgrade
wherever
you can, however you can. That's the motto. Get better wherever. And that's, as a GM,
that is the motto.
Mike McDaniel and Ross, they got to be looking at this roster like, all right, so we got this, we got that. How can we get a little bit better? How can we, what takes us to the next level? And I think Dalvin takes us to the next level. And we're a problem if we get him in the building. And we're a problem.
I think, bro. We are with the. It's just we become a juggernaut on offense with what we already have from building on from last year. It's just gonna be ridiculous.
It's gonna be ridiculous, man. Hey, appreciate you coming through, Irv. It's
Hey,
always
man, anytime, bro.
Have a
it's
good
always
one,
a pleasure.
bro.
You too, bro. You have a good night.
Later. Hey guys, it's Finn State with CB83. Hey, love you guys. Love you for coming out, spending some time with me on this late Wednesday night. It's hump day, baby. We only got a couple more days left for the week, and then we got a 3-day weekend for Memorial Day. Hey, shout out to all you guys up there. Be blessed. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications. I may be back tomorrow. I may be back Friday. Be sure to turn on notifications. We ain't messing with the Wolfpack. You already know how we get down. We crank it over here, man. We cranking. Hey, no hate over here. Hey, we look at the Wolfpack. We give it
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hey, that's what we give them, man. Hey, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you coming out. My man Raul P. Shout out to Mr. Miami in this joint. Shout out to William Perry, who stayed through the entire show. Shout out to you, bro. Hey, hot take, Tua will play the entire season. Bet it up now. I love it. I love it. Dalvin Cook to the yayo. Across the pond. Panthers Heat winning. Miami Dolphins are next. You already know what time it is. Shout out to J.R. Black in the building. Richard McClain in the building. ABAB in the building. Who else we had? Jose Valdez in the building. Shout out to Irv who came up and pulled up. We had a little bit of Aqua was in here. CT was in here. Duke Tomlinson was in here. Everybody in here. Show much love. Appreciate y'all. The homie G was in here too, man. It's all love, man. I love y'all. I love my Fin fans, man. Y'all be sure to check me out on Instagram and Twitter. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. 769 subscribers. We getting there, baby. We getting there brick by brick. We building this thing, man. Hey, just know Tua Leroy's coming. We gonna rock. We gonna have a good time. Hey, we're gonna win ball games. The Miami Dolphins are Super Bowl bound. Hey, keep God first. Have a blessed day and have a good evening. Peace, brother. CB83. Hey, shout out to you, Mr. Miami. Hey, y'all be blessed. I'm out this mug. Peace.
Came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, hey, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I sold them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the game.